President Biden is expected to be in Los Angeles later today to host the Summit of the Americas.
That's right. The event brings together leaders from across the two continents and the Caribbean. This year, the summit is expected to focus on pandemic recovery, migration, and climate change. But all that is being overshadowed by who will not be attending the summit. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador, along with a few other leaders, are protesting the summit because three nations were excluded: Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela.
CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe joins us from Los Angeles with more. Hello, Ed. So what are you expecting to hear from the president while he's at the summit, and what does he hope to actually accomplish?
Good to see you. He's on his way here to Los Angeles to spend a few days dealing with foreign and domestic affairs. And the summit is primarily designed to get the 30 or so countries invited on the same page regarding a regional economic plan, ongoing attempts to fight the pandemic and other health issues, climate change, which will be a big focus, especially for Vice President Harris and some of those Caribbean nations, and then, of course, the issue that plagues both sides of the border, immigration, and why it is that the Biden administration says irregular migration occurs. So you're going to see some focus, for example, on the issue of food security, which is something we've talked about, for example, on the other side of the world with Ukraine, given that they've had so much of their yield, their wheat yield, held up by the war. Well, one of the reasons so many people leave Central America, other parts of Latin America to come to the United States is because climate change is affecting their ability to farm crops and make a living. And so there's going to be a push to make sure that that can get solved so that people don't feel desperate enough to come this way. But as Tanya mentioned, one other issue, of course, that will be on the minds of those here is who exactly isn't here.
Right. So with that in mind, Ed, who will the president be meeting with during this summit, and what are they expected to discuss sort of one-on-one?
Well, here's the incredible thing, guys. The only meeting that they have announced so far that he will be having, the only bilateral or one-on-one exchange, will be with Brazil's President Bolsonaro, who has been a critic of the United States, someone that was seen to be more closely aligned with President Trump, is finally getting some face time with President Biden at this event. You mentioned that the Mexican president isn't coming, nor are the presidents of Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, the three Northern Triangle countries from where, of course, so many migrants try to cross the U.S.-Mexico border, and a handful of other countries that are closely aligned with Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua. We should remind people the reason they weren't invited by the Biden administration is they're not democracies. They face U.S. sanctions, or their leaders do. And so the Biden administration felt that on principle they just couldn't be invited to a meeting of democracies while the United States is hosting it. This is the 9th summit of this kind to be held since the mid-90s. It's been hosted in other countries in the hemisphere before. We haven't hosted it since the first one. And so it was our turn to pick in the invite list, essentially. The Biden administration opting not to invite those three countries. And because there are others that are closely aligned, especially with the plight of Cuba, Mexico included, their domestic politics back home compelled them to not show up. But we should point out, foreign ministers and other diplomats from those countries that aren't setting their heads of state will be here. Just nobody from Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua, at least from their governments.
Yeah, the different levels of diplomacy that are going on and are being navigated at all times. All right. Ed O'Keefe, thank you so much for that.
Take care.